So welcome to the molecular biology class. So this class we are going to see how the gel electrophoresis is assembled. By using this gel electrophoresis, how we can run the sample and how this gel electrophoresis is going to be used for the molecular biology experiments and so on. So now we will go for one by one. So address gel electrophoresis. So gel electrophoresis is a technique which is widely used in the molecular biology, especially in the nucleic acids and proteins. So gel electrophoresis is a procedure mainly that separates the molecules on the basis of the rate of movement through a gel under the influence of the electrical field. If you look at here, this is the gel aggro system. You can see there are two charges, positive charge and negative charge. So both these charges is connected into the power. So the DNA is having a negatively charged. So when you load the DNA samples and when you apply the power, the aqueous gel is used to slow the movement of the DNA and separate by size. So for example, here there are the two wells. The DNA samples are loaded. Here this picture, the lower picture is showing how this polymerization of the agrosis occur and how these bonds and porous. So based on the percentage of the aqueous gel, the DNA movement can be minimized. So this picture is showing the scanning electron micrograph of the aqueous gel 1 into 1 micron per meter. So next thing is, when you loaded the DNA samples, this is the DNA samples, it's loaded, and when you apply the power, so the DNA started to moving from the negative charge to the positive charge because the DNA has the negative charge. So when the power applied, so it will move towards the positive charge. So based on the porous size, so the movement of the DNA can be like so the smaller molecules can move fast and larger molecules move very slow. So how fast will the DNA migrate? Strength of the electric field, the buffer, and density of the aqueous gel, and size of the DNA. The small DNA move faster than the larger DNA. So gel electrophoresis separates the DNA according to the size. Next. So now we know the next move please. We know the basic concept of the gel electrophoresis. Now we are going to see how this aqueous gel is prepared. So those things can be answered by this slide. Here, the aqueous gel is prepared by combining aqueous powder and a buffer solution. So usually we will take a conical flask, a flask for boiling. So this flask should be in heat resistant. And now we have to take a measuring cylinder. So the required aqueous can be in a grain using the weighing balance. Then it can be poured to the conical flask. Then the required buffer is added. So once the aqueous is prepared, then next we have to make the system get ready. These are the electrophoresis equipment system. This is called power supply, and this is called gel tank. So where the buffer can be poured and even the gel can be placed in this gel tank. And this is casting tray, like when you prepare the aqueous gel. So this gel can be poured in this aqueous tray. But before that, we have to see both the openings and properly the sealing system. These are the gel combs and spatulas and can be used. And this is the cover, electrical lid cover. One more thing is, whenever you are using this gel electrophoresis system, when you are applying power, so this upper portion has to be closed properly. We should not use the electrical part alone, because the powerful and electric field is going on. Somebody unknowingly touch the system, so it will going to be an harm who is touching this aqueous gel tank. So now we will see the procedure one by one, how the gel casting trays and combs are arranged. So this is gel casting tray, these are the combs. So as I said before, both the openings can be sealed by using the tape, and later the combs can be in place based on their requirements. For example, if you want to run more than 40 samples, so that the large number of combs can be used. For example, here in 2-3 probes were used because if you have a more number of samples like 60-80, that time you can use this large number of probes. Or else if you have a very few number of samples, so that time you can go for the smaller gel probes. So as I said before, this is the agarose reed agarose. It can be poured through the conical flask, then the buffer can be added. So they combine the agarose powder and buffer solution, and then we can go for a boiling agarose gel. So before boiling, it looks like in a hazy, like you can't see the transparent thing. But after boiling the agarose, you will be able to see the crystal clear of agarose gel. So this agarose is insoluble at room temperature. So that's why the agarose gel is boiled until clear in nature. So gently sprinkle the solution periodically when heating, and you should not heat for a long time, otherwise the agarose will be boiled and it will come out. So be careful when boiling the agarose solution, and it may become in a superheater and may boil violently if it has been heated too long in a microwave oven. Sometimes the conical flask is broken. So we should be very careful when preparing the agarose. So once you prepare the agarose gel, so it has to be poured in the already prepared the casting tray. So we should not pour the agarose gel when it is too hot. It has to be kept sometime at the room temperature. So when it becomes lukewarm, so that time we can pour in the casting tray. So we should allow to get casted this agarose for some time. So we can leave it in the room temperature, or we can keep it in the cold room. So once it can solidify, so we are able to see the bluish color nature of this agarose gel. And sometimes, whenever you are adding the DNA samples, if you want to observe the DNA sample under the UV transilluminator, so people they can add an ethylene bromide dye, so that the ethylene bromide dye can be interfering with the DNA molecule, so that under the UV lamp you can be able to see the orange fluorescent change. But sometimes they may not add the ethylene because the ethylene bromide is a cosmetic agent, mutagen agent. So most of the time they may add into the buffer, or sometimes they may add into the gel itself. So once if the gel is casted, then can be placed in the gel tank, then you can add the buffer. And later on, you should ensure that the gel is submitted properly to the gel tank. Then the next step is you have to add the DNA sample. So you must be knowing the DNA is chemically charged. So it can be when you apply power, it can be moved from the negative side to the positive side. So you should properly ensure that where the part which is used for the cathode and anode should be known properly, otherwise the DNA samples will go out. So these are the sample preparations. So now we have prepared the gel tank and the gel, and everything is ready to load. Now we have to prepare the DNA sample. So the DNA samples can be prepared by using the 6x sample die, and so this allows the sample to be seen when loading on the gel and increase the density of the samples, causing them to sink into the gel wells. So it has 6x loading buffer, has and bromophenol group. So this coloring agent can help to track the DNA movement, and this glycerol is giving a weightage to the DNA so that it can place properly into the well. It won't get flowed from the well. So now we are loading the gel. So the loading can be attended very properly, or else the DNA samples will come out and it will get floated or get contaminated with the real wells. So whenever you are loading the samples, you should be in two processes, and you should be very careful, or else you may not be able to get the right answer, because you may be running in two different samples. So that time, if this well DNA samples get cross contamination with this, so the results whatever you are expecting will be wrong. So it should be very carefully loaded. So once if you loaded the samples, then you can cover the lid, and both the cord can be inserted properly. So we should ensure that we inserted the proper charge, like the negative and positive charge. So later on, once the run is completed, like when you observe the gel, you could be able to see the bromophenol who mix the DNA samples and run on this way. So the cathode, anode, so DNA is moving from negative to the positive side. So after that, the gel can be absorbed under the transilluminator. Even if you added the 3 bromide dye, you could have seen this DNA under the transilluminator. So one more thing is we have to keep in our mind whenever you are loading the unknown weight DNA samples, it should be advisable to go for a proper lambda ladder. So DNA ladder. So DNA ladder, the low molecular weight can help you to identify and your molecular weight will change. So this is called ethylene bromide, and ethylene bromide, as I said before, can be stained, and when you are boiling the gel, or else it can be mixed on the buffer. So these are the other safer alternatives because ethylene bromide known to be very much a mutagenic agent. So nowadays, and there are some commercial dyes which is available like methylene blue, bioradicin, protein biocell, DNA stain, Watts PQ DNA stain, and Corona blue stain. These are some of the other strains. The advantage, if you look at, they are inexpensive and less toxic, no UV light required, and no hazardous waste disposal. But the other time, in the other way, they have some disadvantages too. They are very less sensitive, and more DNA needed on the gel, and longer staining and destaining time may be taken. So these are the disadvantages. But if you look at the positive side, so always it's very advisable to go for mutagenic free stains. So these are the staining, like if you are not adding ethylene bromide into the gel, so the staining can be attained by using this in a proper container. Staining and destaining can be done that way. Or else if the gel is having an ethylene bromide, so when you observe on the transilluminator, they are able to see the orange fluorescence if the DNA is present. And this is normal one. So when you apply the switch on the light, and you can see the orange fluorescent light. So this ensures that your DNA presence of DNA and where it exactly presents. So the next picture is showing that the visualization of the DNA under the gel documentation. So you can make a proper documentation using the gel documentation facility, and you can label it properly so that the data, whatever information which you generated through your experiments, can be used for publications and other purpose. So these are the other commercially available dyes and how it can be utilized for the aqueous gel purpose. That's all. So this presentation is showing how to prepare the aqueous gel and how the aqueous gel experimentation can be properly done. What are the other alternatives? So this basic information may help you to understand the basic things in the principle of molecular